show. It's Friday night. It's the Sabbath show. Who's Jewish? Who's Jewish? And we'll admit it. Make noise. I can't see, so make noise. There's no one in this room serious about being Jewish. There's not a serious Jew here. Because if you were, you'd be home Sabbathing. That's where you ought to be. But you're out here. You're supposed to be home and praying, and you know it better than I do. Martinetti, what do I know about you? But I know you're supposed to be home Sabbathing. But welcome, welcome. And who's from Beijing? Where's Beijing? Right here, Beijing? Make noise. Oh. Let's see, there's people here in coats, literally, coats and still scarves. Like these people here, I saw you, coats and scarves. There's not heat here. There's a heater, you'll be happy to know, there's a hand-warming heater in the kitchen. That'll help you a lot here. And also, aside from the temperature, I feel bad for you people with coats and scarves. I see a little mildew. Does anybody notice? I don't know if we're getting like mold poisoning or what. I don't know, I'm not sure what's in the environment here, but don't touch the walls because I can't guarantee they're not gonna react to your pressure. Get a little nostalgic with me. When I was in 7th grade, I had a terrific crush on Lisa Maggio. And I chose the moment to ask Lisa to go steady, to be our 7th grade dance. We were there in the gymnasium with that high gloss varnish on the floor, poisoning everybody, like the mildew is in the room here. I was there in my powder blue leisure suit with the contrasting thread on the lapels. You have one. That's impossible, they don't make them anymore. My shirt was a fine Kiana polyester. My shoes, blue plastic from Buster Brown's. If there had been a fire, I wouldn't have burned. I would just smoke and melt. I saved my last dance for Lisa. Lisa saved her last dance for Albert Moran. Of course, I had the pain of watching that spectacle. When they were finished, and Albert and Lisa, they used to meet in Dr. Pomerantz's office. But my teeth grew in straight, so I didn't need Dr. Pomerantz. I wanted Lisa. So when that dance was over, I went to the middle of the gymnasium floor. I got really close, and I put my hands on her shoulders. And I asked her, Lisa, would you go steady with me? With all her 7th grade charm and sweetness, she said, you are standing on my dress. Years later, Albert and Lisa married. Then, sadly, they separated and divorced. I'm an attorney, and I handled that divorce. I handled that divorce for Albert, and Lisa has been paying the price ever since. Now, my dating troubles only began in 7th grade. A little more recently, I met someone online, and Veronica, and we agreed to meet down in Soho, on Spring Street. I was there, and she pulled up in her cab, got out, literally out of her cab. She drove the cab to the date. I'm on a date with a cabbie, the one that speaks English. I'm thinking, we can have great sex in the back seat and I'm going to get a free ride home. Because we have sex, there's no way she's going to put me on the meter and make me sit in the back seat. It's not going to happen. And certainly I'm not going to pay that night surcharge. Her ad had said, Petite Veronica, you won't be disappointed. So we introduced ourselves. I said, hi, I'm Veronica. Hi, I'm disappointed. How in the world can I know that there is such a thing as a size 18 petite? If this woman's a petite, then I'm this month's cover model for Bulging Muscle magazine. If she's a petite, my street name is Shizzle Fizzle Manizzle. Size 18 petite. I mentioned I'm an attorney. I used to be an attorney. To get into law school, you have to take the law school admission test. Any lawyers here? No, there's at least one, I think. Any lawyers who want to admit it? All right. You have to take the law school admission test. And there was a part of that test that I could never master. Logical reasoning. For example, there are 8 green flags and 7 red flags. There's an alternate number of, there's an even number of men and an odd number of women seated alternately around a rectangular table. Who ate the hot dog for lunch? That's what it seemed like to me. I cleverly prepositioned this little device. This was actually a Christmas gift. This is the tackiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if this is intended, I don't know, for anal or vaginal use. It's one or the other. And I have never used it on either. It just looks like a, I just love the thing. And it's got candy inside. So if the vagina's not sweet enough, it comes with candy. It comes with candy inside. Love that thing. All right, I want to thank you very much. I'm going to give this away to someone. Who wants this thing? Who wants it? Make noise if you want it. Make loud noise if you want it. All right. There's no way I'm giving it to you now, because the next comics would kill me. Who's the guy who wants it?
Right
You?
here.
Okay.
I want it for her. It's her birthday.
Oh, it's happy birthday. Did they sing happy birthday?
That's a bad
All right. I got to wrap it up. Thank you very much, Greenwich Village. Have a good night. Have fun.